Alright guys, today we're going to be installing a Magnaflow Rock Crawler catback system on my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Got a part number right here. It's a full stainless steel system with 2.5-inch pipe. I chose to go with this system versus like their Sport Series, just because the Sport Series, the tailpipe kind of protrudes underneath the rear, the bedside, and just off-roading wise and just the overall look, I didn't really want that. So this kind of keeps the factory look, the factory style, and the tailpipe kind of dumps right underneath the right above the rear axle. Part wise, this is what the part consists of. You got your muffler, you got your mid pipe, and you got your tailpipe section. You also got 2 clamps, some directions. It's going to reuse the factory clamp right after the cat. That's pretty much it for the system. So it's pretty easy to put on. As far as tools go, you don't need much. A little WD-40, an exhaust hanger, plier, whatever you want to call them. If you don't have that, you can just use some like channel locks or something like that, or something to pull out the hangers. You need a couple sockets. I just grabbed a couple different sizes. This is a 15 for the Magnaflow hangers or clamps, and then you need some 13mm. I got a shallow and a deep, and just a couple extensions as well. I'm also using an air ratchet. You don't have to. You can use just a simple hand ratchet, or whatever tools you got. Alright guys, so we're under here now, and what I'm going to start is I'm going to start removing this factory clamp right here. It's just a 13mm on top. Now where these vehicles are new, you really don't have to worry about rusting or these being seized up, but on older vehicles these have a tendency to build up with rust and road grime. So if you are doing exhaust on like an older vehicle or anything like that, just want to make sure these are clean. Spray them down with some penetrating oil or something like that, and they should come out pretty quick. So, but it's a 13mm bolt on top. Just loosen that, and that will separate this section from the forward section there. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, guys. So once you got that hanger loosened up, you're gonna work your way over. You're gonna work your way back with the factory hangers. Now, these are actually kind of tough to take out. Remove the muffler and the exhaust system from the factory hangers. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to unbolt the factory hangers from the frame, and then once I get the exhaust pulled down, I'll slip them out, and it will make it a lot easier. So if you don't have a exhaust pliers or hanger tool, it's a bit easier to take them out without the tool. And these guys here are a 13mm, so you're just going to pull those out. All right, so once you get that second hanger, we're going to move up pretty much right above the axle. There's one more hanger. Again, 2 13mm bolts. Going to loosen that, then we'll move to the next. All right, guys, your final hanger is going to be up here. You can see right there, again, 2 13mm bolts. You're going to loosen that, and that should basically allow the complete exhaust system to drop and be completely free. Now, a quick note, in the directions, they also do say to remove the spare tire to drop it down. I'm trying to save my factory exhaust system, so if you don't care, you can just take a Sawzall, chop it in sections, and make it a lot easier. I'm gonna see if I can pull the system out by sliding it back over the axle without taking the spare tire down. So we'll see how that goes. If not, then I might have to drop the spare tire and possibly remove this heat shield here in order for this resonator to get past the axle and everything like that. So we'll give that a go and see how it goes. So once you have your muffler, all the hangers taken down, you can see it's just kind of, the whole thing kind of drops. So what you got to do is you got to try to get the resonator through here, and the trick is to kind of twist the whole thing to get it to clear, and that's why I said you might possibly have to take down the spare tire. Otherwise, again, if you're not saving your system, you can just cut it, and it'll be a lot easier for you. All right, so just a quick update. I'm fighting with it for a little bit, trying to get the complete section out past the axle. I couldn't get it down past this cross member, so I did have to take this cross member down. It's for kind of like a little skid plate for the transfer case. Doesn't hinder anything as far as taking it down. Just 4 19mm bolts, and then one 13mm bolt. The whole thing drops down, and you're able to get the rear section out. Also, I don't think I'm gonna get the tailpipe section past the spare tire, so I gotta drop that, unfortunately. All right, guys, so I was able to get the whole exhaust out, as you can kind of see. Like I said, I had to remove that cross member, and also I had to take down the spare tire and the heat shield around it. Let me tell you, if you are planning on saving your factory exhaust, just go ahead and remove the spare tire and the heat shield and that cross member right away. Save you a lot of fighting and hassle. Also, quick note to remove the hangers. Super easy. Sometimes they're gummed up. Spray them with some WD-40. If not, they literally just kind of work them out, and they come right off. So make sure you save these, and then just put your factory exhaust aside. And now we'll get going on assembling the Magnaflow system. All right, guys. So I put the transfer case cross member back in, or skid shield, whatever you want to call it, back in, just to make it easier when I'm putting the muffler up to keep it supported while I get the rest of the tailpipe section on. So we'll go ahead, start with the muffler, put the muffler up. And you're going to use that factory clamp right here, and you're just going to snug it up. You don't want it too tight because you want to allow it for some adjustment later when you're trying to align everything up. So go ahead and put the muffler up. All right, so once you get the muffler up, you kind of again, you just tighten that clamp a little bit just to keep everything secure. Kind of let it hang there. Then you're going to get your mid-pipe section, put your hangers on, use the supplied clamps from Magnaflow, and get that section. All right, guys, once you get the mid-pipe section up, just make sure you secure the hangers. Again, you're going to tighten that up a little bit, not too much, again, just so you can kind of move everything around and line everything up as it goes. But again, put the hangers in. Then next is the tailpipe section with the last hanger. So we'll get that section up now. All right, guys, once you get the rear tailpipe section on, basically what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of line everything up, eyeball everything, make sure everything kind of looks straight and even. And then kind of basically what you're going to do is work your way from the front of the truck back and tighten everything up. And then, kind of put your spare tire back, clean everything up, and then we'll do a sound test. All right, guys, so here's the final install. Pretty nice looking system. Gonna drive a little bit, and then check the clamps, retighten them up and everything like that, but yeah, it's not bad. And then you can see where the tailpipe that comes out. It's pretty nice. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do a sound test now.